And welcome to our show, Geeks Wired Podcast, where we're talking about video games, movies, TV, comic books, technology, and TLDR, the Internet of Thingies. And I'm your host, Bill. And we have another host, Anthony.
Hello, Bill and people.
Hi. And you can contact us by emailing us and asking us questions at geekswired@gmail.com. Or you can also text us or leave us a voicemail at 801-896-GEEK. That's also 801-896-4335.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, speaking of Internet of Things.
They can also go to Patreon, too.
Oh, yeah, they can do that.
Yeah. And look at the Internet of Things there. And also look at our Patreon.
Yeah.
At patreon.com/geekswired. Would you support us? Among other Internet things, though, I'm betting you're talking about the Google's Internet of Things, right?
I was talking about The Verge now.
The Verge?
Let's do this.
Which one are you doing?
The one that you thought we were doing.
I
was trolling.
Oh.
Because I'm
You be
a
trolling.
smart Alec today. Actually, for the last, 2 weeks. Okay, so you know Smart Things, right?
Yes.
And there's also HomeKit.
Yes.
And there's also Google's related, smart stuff. And then there's also Madame A's related smart stuff. And there were other stuff too, but I don't remember. Anyways.
There's also homemade smart stuff.
Oh, yeah, you can do Homebridge or... No, not Homebridge.
HomeKit?
No, HomeKit is Apple.
Oh.
It's called Has.io.
That's one of them.
There's lots of them, but they're all kind of based off of that.
Where you put it on Raspberry Pis, but yes.
Yeah. So there was also something called Android Things, which was basically Google's way of trying to kind of put everything under the same OS, so that all people would really have to do is focus on the actual device, not necessarily the underlying software, which is, the same thing that Android phones are. Mm-hmm. They don't have to focus on the software too much, just the hardware. And then they can put whatever bloatware they want on it, but that's neither here nor there. So they put this out in, what was it? Sometime in 2018.
May.
Can you Google when... Oh, this might be hard to find. I was wondering if you could find how... when Google Play Music was first talked about being discontinued.
Oh, actually, that's probably linked to one of those things in this article. 2011.
No, that was
it's when it started.
Yeah.
And it was starting to be talked about to die.
That is probably still in there, actually. Buried somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, keep going.
Yeah. No, sorry. I just got... That was also another May. They really like May, don't they? Announcing things and...
Can you look for just 2018? You put 19, so...
Oh, thanks. It's right next to that, 18. It's clear down there in the...
terms of rights and copyrights and user agreements and privacies. Whatever. Anyways, I feel like it was in 2018 whenever they first talked about killing Google Play Music. And if that was the case, that would be a funny omen to this. But anyways, the idea was that Google could also just put out security updates for these things, and they would support it for at least 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the idea sounded nice enough, but because it's Android, just a very stripped down Android, but it's still Android, so it's still pretty heavy, as far as hardware it needs and how much power it uses. The smallest, and this is from Ars Technica, the smallest they could get, reportedly get something was basically a 2 by 2 inch square, circuit board, and it had a low cost processor on it that you'd find on a $100 smartphone, which is still probably way beefier than it needed if it was, your standard Internet of Things device. So it kind of basically, as far as I can see, it was basically doomed from the start.
Okay, so their idea was to put an entire OS on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that there's a lot of testing that happens in Vegas because of CES is there. So there's a lot of like, hey,
Was.
yeah, it was previous years, maybe following years.
It may not exist anymore.
Well, I'm sure CES is still going to exist. It just might not be where it is, or might be where.
Oh no, it'll
new
exist. But what I'm saying is it might not be a physical thing.
Yeah,
because companies have seen that they don't necessarily need to.
and they don't need to be part of the big thing. They can have their own individual thing. But Vegas has gotten a lot of the stuff, and a lot of the people that have been like the smart sidewalk or crosswalks. Somebody walks up, just them walking up to the crosswalk. It can go, hey, here's somebody there. Let's start turning the lights red. Let's start prepping this stuff up.
Oh.
So like super, you could call it intrusive if you want because it's always paying attention, but also super on point and so safety. But their idea about is instead of making an entire OS on all these devices, a lot of the stuff that Vegas has put in is keep it simple. A device does 1 to 2 things tops, not everything.
No, I mean, I think they were still wanting that. Like a device does 1 or 2 things.
And in an entire OS.
Yeah, and they were doing that because like this has in there Android for everything. And they, I think, wanted to do that just to keep it simple. Like their plan was to put Android on everything. Like that was going to be their base.
Mm-hmm.
And for some things it makes sense because, heck, even a wearable device, which Google's basically pushed under the rug at this point, in my opinion. But if they had their own, like their wearable devices, they ran Android.
Yeah.
And it worked kind of okay. Still really heavy, and it still made it to where battery life was a big issue. And you really didn't get a lot of performance bang for the buck kind of thing, but yeah. And like I was saying, this just wasn't able to be like downsized in size very much, just because of what Android is. It's not made to do stuff like this. And so if they really wanted to do Android for everything, they should have probably stripped down like more so, or maybe even just used the kernel they developed for it and not even had the OS.
Yeah.
Because this could have worked, and it could have worked even better if they had their own operating system. Like, to be fair, that is theirs, but a specific operating system for it. And anyways, they promised 3 years of support. When they first announced it, that would have been around, May 2021?
Correct.
And it's going to be dead as of January 5th, 2021. And that means that
but
basically
people
stuff...
will
Yeah.
be able to update existing deployment until January 5th, 2022.
And then at that point, everything goes bye-bye. Like, it literally gets deleted.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed that part. I wonder if they updated that since I've read this. But yeah, this is just another thing that Google's killed. It's not something that I actually completely forgot about it. When I first heard about it, I thought it was cool. Like, something new and exciting and had potential. And it did, But
over the last few years, Google has really gotten a hold of that idea of, we made this really cool thing. Sometimes people don't use it. Sometimes one person uses it. Sometimes you all use it. And we deleted it.
Yeah, and this one, I can see them getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Because it really wasn't getting any footing and nobody was really invested into it. Other things, though, like if it has a real clear following and there's not an immediate replacement, then that's when I get mad. And with Google Play Music, because that's still a sore subject, when they first announced getting rid of it and replacing it with YouTube Music at that point was very, very, very underwhelming. It was basically just a YouTube, like another YouTube client that just happened to maybe filter out some of the videos and maybe made it to where you couldn't find it. But
it's still kind of meh. And yes,
it does good, and it's still, in my opinion, not a direct replacement. Mostly because, like on Google Play Music, you made a list, for the most part, the music stayed there. There were some times where it might suddenly disappear, but on YouTube Music, because you can do any video on there, not necessarily videos from artists, the video can be randomly taken down, and you won't know what video it was.
Well, even the artist can take it down
Yeah,
and
the artist
replace
can.
it with a different upload, which means it shifted off on you.
Oh, yeah.
So stuff like that'll happen.
Yeah, the video doesn't... Like, they still have the song uploaded. It's just as a completely different video now.
Yeah, or they just upload the song with a static background. It's no longer the music video.
Yeah, and so that's some... Yeah, anyways, there wasn't an immediate replacement for it, and to be fair, they did hold off on it for like a year, but I quit using it after that because it was my understanding that they were going to shut it down in the next couple of months, but it actually took them like a year or two.
Yeah.
So
I
could have got more use out of it, but
I'll admit I hung on to play for about a year because I had my list, and then I was shifting over because when you also bought the family package of premium and all that, you got YouTube Play Premium, Google Play Music Premium, so which means I gained access to all of their library.
Yeah.
YouTube Premium, which means there goes the commercials. So I kind of gained a large advantage of the entire spectrum. So I was kind of playing around with it, and then when they stopped uploading or letting people upload music like late last year, is when I was like, all right, I need to walk away from this because I want to keep on listening to modern songs.
Yeah, and I still had it, and I think I just got rid of it like after. Oh, it was probably like a month ago.
When
I finally deleted it.
When your app or when your home pod ended up telling you, I'm not playing this anymore.
Oh, not my HomePod,
or your Google speaker.
My Google Assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still messed up. Like,
aw.
How did that even trigger? Yes, the mic's off. I have no idea how that triggered. Anyways.
So just the right amount of keywords. Sorry, everyone else, if you were triggered.
I don't know. It shouldn't have triggered at all.
I know.
I was even being careful. Anyways. Yeah, if I tell it to play music, it'll play music from YouTube Music. It doesn't play my stuff, though. It plays, even though my account's linked, mind you.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't play my stuff. It plays hits.
Yes.
Which sometimes is okay, but it always picked the same stupid playlist.
Yes.
And it was like pop, which would go into like R&B.
Yeah.
Throw in some kind of country song for some reason. And then it was a kind of an upbeat song, but then it threw in something that was slower, and it did this every time.
So I'll admit that when you're using the assistant speakers and you have playlists made and you say, play this playlist, it pulls some random playlist, or it goes, I don't understand, especially if you named it something like Optimism Extreme. It just like comes back as like, I don't Optimus Prime is a transformer. I'm like,
that kind of makes sense because
but it's
words.
So unique.
Yes, but it may have translated your words into the wrong text because you might have it spelled weird.
I think it just kind of fails in general.
So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt on that one, but in my case, it's linked. I wasn't telling it to play a specific playlist. I just wanted it to play music. And it couldn't even do that, so now I always just cast stuff to it.
Yeah, I understand.
Which, at this point, I have a smart I have a speaker.
Yes.
And which means that instead of... Yeah. So I'm now switching to HomePods. Because they're only $100, and for what I need it, like, because the Apple's Assistant, because I can't say their name either because it'll trigger.
Just don't say the assistants' names, even though Google.
You technically have to put the word "hey" in front of it. But yeah, anyways, because I basically use my assistants to tell it to trigger, like turn devices on and off, or maybe trigger like a scene or something like that, or trigger shortcut, which shortcuts do work with the Apple Assistant. So like the shortcuts that you make on your phone, I mean.
Yeah.
As long as they're not phone specific, but yeah, since
Google
I just
has some similarities, but yeah.
Yeah, they didn't for a while, and unless you can't routines, which I don't. And the best thing about this is that since I've done this, because I finally got it to work last night, because Wi-Fi was being, yeah, my Wi-Fi wasn't working, but it hasn't nagged me about a feature that I cared nothing about so far.
Oh, yeah?
And I actually don't think it'll do that ever, because I don't think Apple's Assistant's ever done that.
Huh.
And I also unplugged my, I'll say this, Echo Spot.
Ah.
Because I don't like what Amazon's doing lately with their Wi-Fi sidewalk thingy.
Yeah.
Forcing it to be on.
So I went into the app on that, and mine was off. Either I turned it off a while ago and I forgot about it, or it was actually off.
Well, it's only been in there for this month, so.
Yeah, but I walked in and it was off.
So maybe they reversed their decision on that, which I understand why they did it, because if they didn't turn it on, no one was going to turn it on, and the feature would basically just be useless.
Yeah. But
now saying I understand doesn't mean I agree.
Yeah. Well, and that goes into another thing. Well, okay, actually, real quick is with YouTube though, I am liking their your mixes. I have like 7 versions. They're like your mix, and they're different styles of music mixes. It's not just the one giant mix.
Mine doesn't work out that well for me.
No,
I don't like it.
All right, but
I've actually been using Spotify a lot.
Yeah. See, I just couldn't get into it. So, yeah.
What mixes are you talking about?
It might be on my phone. I don't know about.
Oh, mixes for you?
Yes. Yeah. You
see, I don't even know what these are, because like they used to have like images at least now.
I understand that. It is kind of weird with that, but at least the names below, like they are very genred up. Like there's still some like interesting.
Mine's not. Mix 2, Game Chops, Rat-a-tat-tat, Infected Mushroom. Now the first 2, they're pretty similar. Second one, no, not really. Rat-a-tat-tat, or however you say it, is kind of like a chill music.
Oh.
It's like something I'd put on in the background whenever I was in a meeting, so I wasn't completely bored out of my mind. Do you know what Infected Mushroom is?
Well, look at my mix number 1.
Oh, hey, look at that.
It's a bad. Actually, when you said rat-a-tat-tat, I thought you were talking about. There's a Hispanic singer. She has a song rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh no, it's no.
But yes.
And Game Chops is like, I don't know. They do like video game-ish music. Like they have something called I think it's Super Lo-Fi.
Yeah.
And it's like Super Nintendo music, but in lo-fi, which is, Super Nintendo music is already in lo-fi.
But okay, so that music is kind of
like
it's similar-ish.
It is similar-ish.
Because would those work in any of the other genres?
No, and like the reason why I say that it's similar-ish in that, and I disagree with it being in there, is because to me they're different styles. Like Infected Mushroom is more like techno or dance or like rave style.
Okay, so I'll go with
some of it.
So like my Infected Mushroom is in my mix number 1, but my mix number 3 has Timmy Trumpet and Blaster Jacks. So might work a little bit better than that instead of with Tokyo Machine and Serial. Oh, it wasn't SR3L, it's S3RL. So I'm going to stick with Serial.
What is this? Boo-doo-boo-doo.
Do I yell at my computer every time it goes blue blue, even though I've lost the will to live sometimes? Doesn't matter if it's lost the will to live.
So, now this one, I don't know that I agree with it. My mix 7 is, it's got Nightcore in it.
Yeah.
It's got Ruby songs in it.
Ooh, that is quite the mix, because Nightcore, Wow, that is interesting.
Yeah. I think it's mostly just that. And it's got some, I think, Japanese songs in it, like J-pop. And it's got White Rabbit. What? I'm going to play this and then...
You're going to try to figure out what it is?
Yeah, I'm going to figure out if it's what I think it is.
All right. So you have any luck? I want to take off your headphones.
Oh, it's a Nightcore.
Ah.
It's a Nightcore version of it. So that makes sense.
There you go.
Because White Rabbit has nothing to do with it by normal. But yeah, I don't know. It makes sort of sense, but then yeah, here's a Japanese song.
Yeah. Just right next to it.
Well, it was further down the list, but...
Oh, okay, so I'll
and
make
it's
that...
the actual, like, legit song, not a Nightcore version of it.
So I have run that... Actually, if you search Nightcore on YouTube Music, it'll start off with, like, the nice, decent things of the proper Nightcore style. And then it starts randomly throwing in chunks of regular music. And it's like, these are... Yes, there are Nightcore versions of these songs. These are not those songs. And I'm not talking about the toppers. I'm talking about, like, go look at the songs. Like, playlists people made. So songs, if you click on, like, Expand All or whatever it is.
Show All?
Yeah, that was it. And you scroll through those, you see Nightcore songs, and then you start running into lots and lots of regular songs. Which, like I said, there are Nightcore versions, but these are not those songs.
Might be because they might have that tag in there just to get more hits. Because people do that.
Yeah.
But lo-fi Nightcore, huh? Ooh.
Just add to your listen to later.
Probably not. I'll forget about it.
All right.
But
well, that's why you create a listen to later music.
So I will say this about YouTube Music. It does have, because it's YouTube, it does have all the little stuff like indie people have done, or by indie I mean like
independent,
not indie people.
Or even not, yeah. Well, it has that too, but
yeah,
independent, yes.
Yeah, independent. It has like independent stuff like that, or it has like weird mixes or mashups or stuff like that, and you can find some of that on Spotify or the other places, but
it's really hard sometimes.
It depends on the thing. Like if it's their own thing, it's probably on there, but if it's something that they've mixed together, which especially for like mashups, it's probably not going to be on there.
Mm-hmm. Or it has to be like official.
Yeah, but yeah, so. Like I said, I have some Google Play Music I miss. YouTube Music I don't think is exactly a replacement. I still don't.
Understand.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's better than it was.
Well, it'd be nice if I could,
but it does have some perks that Google Play Music never had, so I will give it that.
It would be nice if I could like search by albums.
Instead of it just being search everything.
Yeah.
Which... I don't know. All music platforms are like that, actually. Well, like Spotify's like that too.
Yeah, and that might be why Google or YouTube Music are going to do that, because Google Music, this is the music that you would find when you went to the store to buy music. So you would find the singles, you would find the compilations. That is what you end up getting, not these full randoms. And for an album, somebody has to upload that album to YouTube.
Somebody, or it's going to be somebody either way, but
somebody. It has to be done in that exactness. Like, I am uploading these songs and making sure they are all connected to as the album release.
I still think the main reason why they decided to go with YouTube Music is because they don't have to pay for the royalties. Because everybody's just uploading it to YouTube, like including the song publishers.
Yeah.
So
that could be it.
Like I think that's one of the main reasons. So it was just easier to get money out of it. But yeah, the mixes I might try looking at more, because most of the time what I do is I scroll over the top, and because it's always my recently playing music or your evening music or whatever, I rarely find something that I want to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's, stuff I listened to recently, and I'm probably already sick of it, so I want to listen to something
your
new.
favorites list.
Well, my favorites, that's just like stuff, isn't it? Which is a big spectrum for
No,
me.
because your favorites include. So this is the stuff that you listen to often. So like my mix, I don't like all those songs.
It's a super mix?
My mix one. Oh, my super mix. There is that too. Yeah.
No, I was talking about the super mix.
Yeah, I have both of those in there. I'm not sure if all of the ones in my super mix are actually ones that I have liked. Yes. I didn't have to go very far. I didn't have to scroll. I have not liked all of these songs.
Apparently, I haven't liked any of the ones. Okay, I found some finally.
There's a lot on the list, but yeah.
I always thought it was that, but I guess that's different. They do have playlists for just your liked stuff, which...
It's the playlist one.
Yeah, and I don't use that one because... Yeah, if I just went through it like chronologically, it'd probably be fine, but I like putting stuff on shuffle.
Yeah.
And so it would come up with Netcore, or next thing might be country, because every once in a while a nice country song comes on that I like, or pop, or R&B, or some weird thing that you sent me.
Hippity hoppity, nightcore.
Hippity hoppity, or some weird song called Cocaine and...
Yeah.
I can't say the other word because
something by Todrick Hall, maybe.
Yeah, that's actually not in there because I enjoy the song. It's not like material for me, but
I understand. Oh, that is the thing that sometimes sucks is you gotta you question should I like this song?
Oh, most of the time if I enjoy it, I like it, but
yeah,
I don't even fret about it. If I was smart, I'd start putting stuff like this in a playlist, but
yeah, I
can't
do.
be bothered.
I do that a lot. I have lots of playlists. See, there's also your like list.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Discover. Yeah.
What's in your Discover?
My Discover?
Yeah. It says just updated. It probably always says just updated.
No, they update on Wednesdays. And new music comes out on Thursdays, I think. So that one updates on...
Press play, walk away.
Wait, let me see when that does. That's super mix. Where's the new music? Mixed mood.
New releases?
Yeah.
Probably lower down.
I'm used to it being higher because I...
Go back up. No, well, there's new and trending songs.
No, actually, I meant legit...
New releases.
Where do you see new releases?
Go down. You keep scrolling past it. It's right there.
This one? Oh,
yes.
No, there's actually a mix that is new releases.
It may not be recommended to you right now.
Okay.
Predictable song? Predictable rave song?
A predictable rave song.
Okay.
All right. So on my Discover, what are you looking at? The Quantum and
No, press play and walk.
Rama.
Press play and walk away. What's that?
It's by Serial.
Okay. I can't.
It's from his Press Play and Walk Away album. This is the original mix.
Are you even sure you're saying that name right?
I'm going to stick with Serial.
Because I like Surreal.
But Surreal doesn't make sense anymore because I swapped out the R. I swapped the R and the 3. So it'd have to be Cyril. It could be Cyril. DJ Cyril. You're going to look it up and try to figure out how to pronounce it.
C3RL.
Let's see here. So.
It's pronounced Searle. Serl.
Cyril. So I'm going to quit calling it Serial.
According to Wikipedia, at least, which could be wrong, but it's probably not. It's probably right, or close to right.
Yeah. Somebody's probably gone to one of his...
I still like Searle.
Cyril. But there you go.
Searle?
Cyril.
What was I saying it was?
Surreal.
Surreal, which I actually didn't come up with that. Someone else did. But
Well, I also mixed up the R and the 3, so that made sense. But instead, it's Cyril.
You dyslexic person.
I know. Pixel Terror and
Protostar.
Protostar, yes. See, that's just what is my find, along with music that I have no clue how to pronounce their names.
Hikaru?
Oh no, I meant that one.
Oh, I don't know how to say that U. It's a U with 2 dots on top of it. Actually, no, I can't look that up because I don't even know how to type it on my keyboard.
It's all right. How about Oreo?
What is it? OR30?
OR30. Oreo.
It's probably that. Oh, I gotta actually put with an R instead of a... Sorry. A O instead of a 0. Well, it looks like a Japanese artist.
About their wiki. Yeah. Wow, they even have a Discord. Everyone's got the cool Discords.
Urea, better known online as OR30. It doesn't say how to pronounce it.
Yeah, it happens.
If I went to their YouTube channel, I could probably... They might have a thing in the beginning of it that says their name.
There's a lot of those.
So...
Oh, yeah. But see, so I go from like all the hippity-hoppity infected mushroom and then...
Hippity-hoppity.
Hippity-hoppity.
Is Timmy Trumpet like a... No, not R&B. Electric dance or whatever? Or is it mixes?
It is...
Because I can only think of one song that had Timmy Trumpet in it.
So he does use a trumpet. That is actually why it's Timmy Trumpet. So he plays trumpet, and so it's a lot of, yes, I'd say alternative or techno-ish, or there's some mashup with it. He has a range.
So back to Oreo for a second.
Yeah.
She has a dog named Ramen.
Ooh.
Okay.
Of course.
Carry on. What do you mean, course? You stereotyping person.
Let's say an Oreo with Oreo and ramen. Those go great together. That's why. Have you ever had Oreo flavored ramen?
No.
Oh. I said course because of food. What were you thinking I was going for? You were going with other things. I was saying food. Stick with the food.
I gotta look that up now. It better not be a thing.
Oh, I hope it is now.
I'm sure someone's tried it.
Oreo flavored ramen.
So there's images. That doesn't mean it's real.
We'll scroll down past the images now. Did you find it? Actually, people can make sandwiches out of ramen, so I could see something like that.
Okay, we're on this topic now. I'm going to go through it.
All right.
So
You're going to have to add this to the show notes now, you know?
Fine. I'll do it. You got to remind me, though.
Okay.
So...
or you could message it Discord and I can throw it in.
You know what?
Because then I can follow along.
So I was trying to find if there were Oreo flavored ramen because, you know, that's a
I
thing
brought it
that
up.
all of a sudden piqued my interest. So I found this article that had 16 Oreo flavors, and they're ranking them. So this isn't all of them, I'm sure. But number 16 is hot and spicy cinnamon Oreo, which I don't know, might be okay. I do like cinnamon flavored candy, like the spicier kind. So
They do have a ranking of 0 out of 10, though.
Oh, there you go.
Bye-bye.
They put the lemon flavored one at number 15.
It has a 1.
I disagree.
Yeah, it should be lime. You're right. Lime would be better.
They're taking it bland. Maybe it's because it's too bland. Anyways, lemon flavored Oreo. I'll just look up there. Strawberry Oreo cream.
Ooh.
Strawberry cream Oreo, actually.
I also say where to find these things. So, like,
that's right.
the red hot or cinnamon spices in the U.S., the lemon cream is U.S. and Australia. Then the strawberry cream is Australia and Asia.
Oh, lame. I can't even get that one.
Yeah, that's what the intrawebs are for.
Must I order it?
But it's boring and a bad artificial strawberry.
Ugh.
So maybe you don't want it. The golden Oreo, which is in the U.S.
So I've had a lot of those, actually, and most of mine have actually been off-brand, but still.
Oh, it's supposed to be like a vanilla milkshake.
I don't know. They're really sweet. I think. I'm curious how they described it. Oreos, to be honest, they are for people who don't even like Oreos. They don't inspire me. But they're also not gross, and if you're someone who enjoys vanilla milkshakes, these are probably for you.
Oh, there you go.
I did really like them when I was younger. In fact, I preferred them to normal Oreo. There you go. There's your key lime pie.
Interesting.
It's also in the U.S. It's a risky mix, mixing lime and chocolate, is what this thing says, which I could see.
Yeah.
But it's also, scroll down a bit. That's not your normal Oreo cookie.
No.
That's like a,
What's
it's graham.
Yeah.
Graham cracker. Well, just graham, but.
Interesting.
Mint. Ooh.
The mint cream. Did you ever try these?
No.
They're okay.
Maybe I have.
The mint cream one. If you like the mint, like if you, not a peppermint, but
I wonder if the birthday cake is going to be in this list, because I have had birthday cake Oreo.
Yeah, I haven't had that one.
Which I didn't really like.
But, so I'll admit the mint one is really good if you like that mint flavor.
What kind of mint?
Like,
is it like an Andes mint?
Kind of, yeah. But
I would go to town on these then.
A little more bite to the mint side of it.
Oh, you know what? Okay. I've had milkshakes that are mint Oreo.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So I would definitely like these because I like getting those a lot.
Okay, but if you don't like that, these are not for you. And that's the thing is that mint is very, you either really, really, really like it or you absolutely are pass out.
Well, there's like different kinds of mints too. True. That's why I was asking.
But like the mint milkshakes.
Because there's peppermint.
Yeah, this isn't peppermint. This isn't, yeah.
It's green mint. That's why I brought up Andes.
Yeah.
Although Andes does make peppermint candy, so.
I would say maybe
Andes.
like a spearmint, maybe. That's what I'd almost go.
Yeah.
But not like toothbrush spearmint, but just, I don't know. Something like that.
Chocolate cream Oreo.
It's lots of chocolate.
Double of chocolate.
It's lots of chocolate. I remember these. They're okay.
Double stuffed, which usually is what I got, but recently I've gone to normal Oreos because it's too sweet.
Yeah.
And now basically when I went to that, when I stepped down to that, I realized I was old. It was a...
You know what I put above the double stuffed?
What's that?
Ultra thin Oreos.
I don't know if I want to go that low yet.
I'm totally in that.
Like, when I first saw them, I was like, why? Why?
Actually,
isn't the whole point of Oreo the stuffing?
Ultra thin dark chocolate. That is the best Oreo.
Do they have that?
Yes.
All right, carrying on. So double stuffed Oreo thins.
Hey, Oreo thins have a higher ranking than double stuffed. See?
So it depends. Oreo thins are pretty good. I'm reading the article word for word right now. They come in a range of flavors like salted, and snappy texture as well.
I like how you started reading it word for word. And
I
just
was,
gave up.
but I realized that they weren't talking about this flavor at all.
No, because they said they come with flavors, so salted caramel, coconut, regular, lemon, mint, and they don't say it dark chocolate.
Okay, no, I think I understand why they did this now. So I'm going to start over. They come in a range of flavors like salted caramel, wow, coconut, regular, lemon, and mint. The snappy texture is addictive and yummy. As someone who chooses thin crust pizza over deep pan pizza, I vibe them. However, I don't rank them as highly as they could simply because I need to eat 500 of them before I'm satisfied. Never mind. When I read that last line, I thought they were going with, I like these because I can eat 1 million of them and not get super, like not go overboard on my calories.
You can still. Because,
I know.
Like, these are four cookies per serving. You go back to the regular ones, and they're like 1 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't even think they showed on any of the others, do they?
No, and I
Not
think the thin's only showing because it's an advertising point.
Yeah.
That and...
Oh, there you go.
Yay, birthday cake. So I got
2
this.
cookies. So you get to double up your cookies for it.
Yeah.
So your birthday cake.
And those are just normal Oreos. They're not double stuffed.
Correct.
This is the birthday cake normal Oreo. So I wonder if they'll have the one I'm thinking of on here. If they don't, remind me at the end. But
so you like the birthday cake?
No, I didn't actually.
Okay.
It was okay. I'm glad I tried them. I would get them every once in a while. I haven't for a long time, like probably 5 or 6 years, but they were okay. Not bad. They're basically normal Oreos. They're just
with sprinkles.
With sprinkles, and so it's a little sweeter. So it's less cream. Like
so
it's
like
not less creamy. It's just
the sugar cookie of Oreos.
That's a disgrace to sugar cookies.
No, no. Sugar cookies are terrible.
Oh, I love sugar cookies.
They're my least favorite cookie.
Everybody has their opinion.
Yeah,
So
everyone
I'm
does.
not gonna bash it. I understand where you're coming from. And if that's your perspective, then I don't know. What's your so are they literally your least favorite cookie?
I will actually leave them on the table and let everyone else eat them. It will take.
Oh no, that's fine. I have a lot of stuff like that.
Oh no. Like I like my sweets. I really do like my sweets, but I will, if they're the only sweet in the house, I will actually not touch them. I will not eat them.
Okay. No, they're not that bad. Like these are pretty good. Like I said, they're a normal Oreo just with sprinkles. It's like you get a cupcake, didn't have sprinkles on it. You add a little sprinkles to it, and it adds just that little bit of extra flavor. That's what this is.
Do you get the texture too of the sprinkles?
No.
So
okay. So scroll down a tiny bit. So there is some of that texture in there.
wait, but is it food coloring in it?
I don't think it is.
Or was it actually
because that would
sprinkles?
take a lot of effort for them to do that.
Just as you're putting it in, you just like put a couple drops on it and
it wouldn't diffuse down as low as like you'd think though. And actually what it would do, like if you put a little drops on it, it actually spread out.
yeah.
So I think these are legit like sprinkles.
Okay.
Probably. And so they're just normal Oreo cookies, just with sprinkles. Red velvet, I kind of want to try that.
So I've seen these. I've thought about it.
Have you?
Yes.
These are available in the US and Australia, by the way.
I don't think they're available anymore, though.
Probably not.
I remember seeing these. I thought about them.
Imagine they're similar to normal Oreos, just, with red velvet instead. I'm declare these to be wonderful. It seems there are a couple formulas. US for the filling is white, but in Australia the filling is kind of yellow. The red biscuit works though, and if you ignore the slightly strange aftertaste, these are a firm favorite. I hate aftertastes like that.
Yeah.
Cinnamon bun Oreo. Oh.
Well,
I can imagine that being really sweet.
it's kind of interesting. And the original Oreo, number 4.
Number 4.
Classic. S'mores Oreos.
I haven't had this.
Huh.
These are also in the U.S., which of course makes sense. Because if you go camping in the U.S., you're pretty much going to have s'mores.
It's the vanilla and the chocolate marshmallow stuff in the cookie.
Peanut butter, I'd agree with this. It should be this low. Though I don't know if I've ever had...
This is high. 10 out of 10.
No, I meant low on priority. Though...
You mean, so it should have it should be in second place, you're saying?
I don't know about that, actually.
It's a 10 out of 10 cookie.
Because I was saying this because I like peanut butter flavored stuff, but I don't know about the Oreo cookie part of it. It's probably, like I said, it's probably good. It's probably not as good as I was thinking it was, though, in the beginning.
I don't know. I might be slightly interested in that.
Oh, I would be. Okay, they don't have what I thought. Cadbury. This is in Australia, isn't it?
I thought we had these here. Well, they weren't Cadbury coated, but they were chocolate covered Oreos.
These remind me of... What is that? Eastern cookie? Or not cookie, but... It's a sweet thing, and they're multicolored usually. Multicolored, I mean they're pretty bright colors, and they have cream in the middle. It's like this. What is it called?
You're talking about the marshmallow centered chocolate covered things?
Maybe?
Easter candy.
Nope, not Easter candy.
Okay. What, is there a time of year it is?
No, it's available whenever. They had them at the bagelry here whenever we used to go there. I don't know why I can't remember the name of them. It's more of a cookie. It's not necessarily chocolate. I'm only saying it reminds me of that because it looks similar. Like the cross section of it. So I would say...
Oh yeah, see there's thin bites. They also have...
That'd be cool. So
I thought you were talking about the whippets for a second there.
No, and we'll just leave this alone. I don't know what it is.
All right.
We won't find it. So the Oreo that I was talking about, or I was wondering if it'd be on this list, look at, Google overstuffed Oreo.
I thought... Oh, you're saying that the overstuffed more so than the double stuffed.
And then click on that image and that overstuffed the brand. No,
We just
that'll
do that.
work too.
And not
No,
the fake ones, but
no, the first one.
Yeah.
So
The mega stuffed.
it has.
So they're mega stuffed, or the most.
Oh, I was
stuffed.
thinking the most stuff. Yes. Now I think this is way too much.
Yeah.
It's a comical amount of filling. However, I did want to try it.
I don't at all.
And I think they actually have some of these up in IF, but only in the individual package forms,
Yeah.
like the stuff you'd buy up at the front, which I would get one of those because it's not out that much money. If I hate it, I'm not wasting that much food. I just throw it away. But it's a comical amount. It's like, so here's the size comparison. You got the thins, the normal, double stuffed, and then there's I don't know what that middle one is. And then you have the most
mega
stuffed. Oh yeah, they have mega stuffed. And I think mega stuffed is that's the upper limit now. For the most part, like I said, I think you still can get the most stuff in the US because of course you can. But yeah, it's just a comical amount.
So
When I first found out about it, I was going wild. Just because I couldn't believe it was that much.
and I'm over here with my Oreo thins, dark chocolates.
I'll get there one day.
Flavor. And you were saying
Flavor.
that's why the dark chocolate, the bitter darkness flavor.
Oh yeah,
just
you're one of those
pops.
ones that like the 90% dark chocolate. Ugh,
97.
you're nuts. So what was that chocolate you gave me the other day?
70.
That was it?
Yes.
Okay, so I got the 70% chocolate that he gave me. And it was okay. I liked it. What was weird to me, though, was it almost tasted... What did I call it? Spicy?
Yes.
Yeah, it almost tasted spicy because of how bitter it was. I wasn't against it. It was okay. But I think that was about my upper limit, if not past it. Like something I would go out and buy myself to eat.
God. And plus, you get a little small piece. So you know how you're not supposed to let dogs eat chocolate.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate is very much absolutely no, because it has all that extra stuff in it, and it is, milk chocolate. Dogs have eaten. Dogs have survived. Dark chocolate,
and they can eat white chocolate because it's not really chocolate, right?
I'm not sure. I will not
that's the
answer
case.
that question because I do not know. But dark chocolate is a no because it has all of the bad things that dogs. But it's good for me because I don't have to eat as much.
Okay, so white chocolate barely possesses any threat of chocolate poisoning with only 0.25 milligrams of theobromine, I think is how you say that, per ounce of chocolate. That said, dogs can still get sick from all that fat and sugar, which can cause pancreatitis.
Ah, interesting. So the dark chocolate has all of the theobromine, bro.
Well, yeah, because it's not diluted with milk.
Straight
And
from
other
the bean.
So, anyways, don't give your dogs chocolate.
Bad.
I'm just saying that white chocolate probably won't kill them. And if that means if you leave your chocolate bar on the ground and they happen to eat it, it's probably fine.
More than likely.
But
unless
probably
you're a
don't do
dark
it.
Chocolate person. Unless you're a dark chocolate person.
So here's the thing. I used to really love white chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all anymore. Like, especially in candy bar form. Because I used to really like getting those cookies and cream bars.
Yeah.
I got one a couple years ago. I finished it because I bought it, but it was super sweet. Like, super sweet. Which is, again, was one step closer to make me realize I was getting old.
Just come to the dark side.
Oh, I'm getting there.
We have the spicy dark chocolate.
The spicy dark chocolate. I still can't believe it was tasted spicy.
And it's bitter.
Or not. Okay, I knew it wasn't spicy. I like spicy stuff. It just had the same feeling.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the only thing I can describe it as, it's, you bite the chocolate and it literally like covers all of your taste buds, like smooths them over as if you were just like painting it to get like rid of the grooves, like the grain on the wood. That's what it kind of felt like to me.
Bitter.
And it stayed around for a while.
Bitter.
Literally a flavor saver.
Yes. You only need a piece of the bitter dark chocolate, and you're satisfied.
You're too excited about this.
I'm going to have to go get some chocolate now. You know what else I'm excited about?
What's that?
The Death to 2020.
Oh, you're going to that? Yeah, me too.
Because we're at the end of the episode, basically. So I'm just going to run right into it. Yeah.
Wow, we didn't talk about anything I wanted to talk about. We kind of went on a tangent on
yeah.
music, so
coming out soon. I forgot what day it was. It's after Christmas. At the end of the year, Netflix is releasing Death to 2020. And yes, they are. It's the new Black Mirror episode, and it's so they couldn't release it till now because we are in the middle of it. It is still happening, so they are releasing it at the end of the year.
oh, there's not a release date in here.
I know that one doesn't have the release date. It's kind of here. Move. Let's go with this. Maybe it will. Oh no, that's just going to take me to a different article. I know I could just always Bing it.
I watched the trailer. Well, Bill made me watch it.
Yeah. What do you think?
That's kind of funny. I don't know how much I'll... Like, is it Black Mirror?
It is a Black Mirror episode.
So I'll probably like it just because I did like most of the other Black Mirrors. Just because that kind of... I don't know. I like that style of... Like, they have some interesting shows.
So this is going to be less dark and sad.
Were they all dark and sad?
Okay, well, it's kind of the dark idea of technology.
It's definitely dark. Like, Black Mirror is definitely mostly dark. But I don't know if they're always sad.
You're right. I don't think they're always sad. But they definitely... So they're Charlie Brooker, he's the creator that does all the writing and everything. He is bringing this together. He didn't actually want to release it this year because he was like, we don't need people to add anxiety or sadness to this year.
Yeah.
So he's releasing this one, which is more of a comedy, making fun of things over the year and the craziness that has gone on. We have like Samuel L. Jackson in it. So it's kind of like a mockumentary.
So is most of the plot going... Well, the plot's going to be similar to what 2020 went like. So
yeah.
The key points are probably going to be toilet paper and more toilet paper and more toilet paper.
Well, there's going to be a
virus.
Killer wasps.
Oh, yeah. Murder hornets was the thing.
Murder hornets. Fires.
Yeah, fires.
They
forgot about that again.
It started off the year. They ended up the year.
Social injustice, which is a thing every year. It was just more prevalent.
But yeah.
I want to make sure I used that phrase right earlier.
So this is... And they've had, like, they did Bandersnatch. So this is just the only thing. It's not going to be... From everything I understand, it's just the one movie-ish episode. Kind of like the White Christmas one.
I didn't really use flavor saver right. It's close. But...
I knew what you meant. The listeners knew what you meant.
Did they, though? Because I didn't know what I meant.
I assumed what you were talking about, therefore...
Alright, whatever.
Wish.
It's better than some stuff I've said, so...
Yeah.
Death to 2020. We all want it to die.
Yeah. So it's coming out, and it's super exciting, and...
Are they going to have a sequel called Death to 2021?
Well, we get to find out how 2021 goes.
At this point, I'm not super, like...
If you think 2020 has been bad, just wait till 2021.
Yeah, like I told you, the sequel's going to be even worse.
But the thing is, if they
sequel's
do
going
a
to be
sequel,
a real kicker.
It has to be. They have to wait till the end of 2021.
Oh, I know. I was meaning like little realistically too. Like if there's a sequel, well, there's going to be a sequel to 2020 because That's how dates work. But it's going to be like, you know how the first one usually is pretty good? And especially if they don't plan this in, the second one's usually kind of bad.
It varies.
And then they decide to make a third one anyways. Third one usually, not usually, sometimes is better. It's not bad.
Well, it also
because they had time to develop a story.
Yeah, production companies, who has the rights, things like that, who the directors are. So it's coming out on December 27th on the Netflix.
So that's Monday?
Sunday.
Sunday. Is it Sunday?
It is the Sunday after Christmas. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you have one of those old-fashioned calendars.
I do. I do have an old-fashioned calendar. It hangs on the wall. I ended up... it was an interesting story about this. This is actually from a guy who was hiking the Continental Divide. Yes, I believe that's what he was hiking.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. So he tried to take pictures. He was needing to ride to like the hotel, and we were like, oh, hey, yeah. So we gave him a ride. It was cool. Actually, I wonder if it was Appalachian Trail. It could have been Appalachian Trail. I don't remember. It was one of them.
I don't think it was.
No, it was Pacific Crest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it was on the West Coast.
I'm just going to name all of the
sure it wasn't the Andes?
South trails.
Sure it wasn't the Andes?
Where's that one?
Isn't that South America?
Oh. At least I was staying in the country.
That's why I thought it was funny, because it was even more ridiculous. Yeah, South America.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's really the one mountain range they have. But
it's the same mountain range we have. We just, it's the South America version. Isn't it all? Isn't that?
I don't know that it
that
is.
One giant mountain range? The Rockies and the.
I don't think it is. I don't think they're related.
Oh.
Because it's a different plate.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a different tectonic plate.
Well, I'm wrong.
Yes, you are.
That'll happen.
So wrong.
Do you have any famous last words?
You know what? I don't. You know I don't.
All right. You know what mine are?
It's that.
Just wait till 2021.